Okay, so just making this video to help with the install of Studio One. I will just point out that what I have, or the contents down here, just might be slightly different to your version of Studio One. I'm running Studio One Professional. If you're running the Studio One Prime, the free version, it might just mean that some of these things down here aren't there, but it shouldn't matter too much to how I'm going to explain this. So hopefully you're following my instructions nice and closely on how to install Studio One. So the instructions that look like this. And you'll notice I've put find the software by accessing the link below. And then to install the software, you've found the link and you've found the install files and the soundset files. So once you've installed Studio One using the installer, whether you've got Mac or Windows, the first thing that you get when you fire up the software is a login and activation. So you've got to create an account, and then you've got to log in before you can get into the software. I'm going to gloss over that because that's in a different part of my instructions. Once you've got through that, you get this dialog box here. So this dialog box is basically asking you, okay, you've got Studio One installed, but what little bits of added extras do you want in your Studio One package? And then it comes up with this recommended installation, and students hit install, which is fine and it would work, but the problem is, if you look across here, that's 18 gig. So it's going to take a long time to download. You're perhaps going to have a lot of stuff that you don't necessarily need, and that's going to be taking up space on your laptop. So there are two options. Option one is, and the way I've put it in my instructions, is that you go back to the instructions here. Well, not the instructions, rather. The link that I've given you to download the software, so this one here. When you click on that, it's a SharePoint link, so this stuff is on the cloud, so it'll still take a while to download, but you've basically got just the sound sets you need. So for Year 8, I use all of these sound sets. For my Year 9 course, because we're not mucking around with loops at all, you'll notice that 2 of them have loops in the title. You won't need those. Nor for Year 10 composition and up. You won't really need the loops. What you will need are these 2 instrument. So Studio One Instruments Volume 1 and Volume 2. You'll need that. Now if you look at the size, now we only have 1.42 gig and 140 meg. So, around about 1.5 gig instead of the 18 gig that we had before. So you need to download each one of those, and then once it's downloaded, you just double click on it to install it, and it'll install it automatically into Studio One. So that's the way I've sort of got set up for you to do it. But there is another way, and just be aware of this so that you know how this thing works. We can install it through here instead, and then it installs it directly into the program. And what's even more awesome is it does it in the background, so you can still get on and use the program and play with it if you like. So I'm going to demo that right now. So if we tick everything off, and you notice this goes to custom installation now. I'm just going to tick everything off, because there's lots of stuff I don't necessarily need in here. And then I think it's Artist Library. It is Artist Library, all right? Instruments, Artist Instrument Library, PreSonus Studio One Volume 1, PreSonus Studio One Instruments Volume 2, and there's the size there. And you see it says 1.5 gig, which is what I said. It reckons it's going to take about 26 minutes. Yep, we'll see. And that's it. You click install and it installs. Now you'll notice with my version it says installed already over the right hand side, and that's because I already have it installed. Yours won't say that initially unless you've still got an installation from perhaps a previous year of music with me, in which case if it's already installed, you're ready to go. You're done. If you get right into Studio One and you want to extend and investigate a little bit further, you can by all means go and install all of these different other things that there are to install. Now, keeping in mind, I have Studio One Professional, so I may be scrolling through options that you don't have, or perhaps be aware that some of the options listed, like I'm pretty sure this library here, you can install it, but it only works if you've got Professional, so you can install it, which will waste all this space, and then you can't access it anyway. So just be aware of that. So it's up to you a bit. We'll need these two for class. If you want to install more, fill your boots. Hit install and then wait for it. I will suggest though, install these ones first so that we can get on with the class curriculum so that it prioritizes those ones essentially. We want them installed first before you do anything else. If you ever want to get back into that screen, it's just Studio One and installation. Bang, there we are. Good luck.